I was beached bro, apparently on my last video on the new battlefish weapon. But now I've since come good and I've legitimately got myself my very own battlefish. So I'll share how and some more tips on how to do it. Be sure to watch the whole video so you won't miss a beat. That's like a beat, not Kiwi for bait. Anyway, my last source was reliable, but the tip that I got was from the man himself, James Bendon, the maker of Dinkum. He broke the news to me that I'd been wasting my time killing the sharks, so I'm here to share the news with you. The way to get the battlefish yourself is to go fishing for sharks, not to go on a shark killing spree as I did in my last video. To get yourself a battlefish, you'll need a fishing rod, which in the game there are 4 types. The standard rod, which you can buy from John in his shop. The next is the upgraded to copper, then you can upgrade the rod again to the iron one, plus the competition one. The sharks seem to only bite when you throw in an iron rod into the water. Well, not the rod itself, but cast it in. Before I get into that, I'd highly recommend getting yourself some fishing buff. What the heck is fishing buff, I can hear you asking? Well, the buff is an increase to the ability in games, and in this case makes you a better fisherman. Or rather, fishing person. Why wouldn't you want that? My recommendation is to use jelly brew, like beached brew, but the jelly brew you get from brewing jelly. This gives you a solid 10 minutes of fishing buff. The other method is to find yourself yabbies or white yabbies, pardon myself breaking my neck as I try to get this out of the water, along with 3 types of prawns in tiger prawn, freshwater prawn and king prawn. Pop them into the barbie and you'll get yourself the cooked variety. The best thing about the jelly brew is that it also gives you XP, so anything you do like fishing will contribute to your fishing XP. Enough about buffs, get into the good stuff, Alexi. With the sharks you can fish for these either from a boat or from the shore. You can catch a shark without the buff, and here's proof of it. However, it does make it a lot easier with the buffs. Once you cast your line in and the shark takes the bait, that's your cue to reel them in. However, keep a watch near the head of the shark to see that the splashing stops. When it does, that's your cue to start reeling it in. It's a give or take relationship, which hopefully you'll finish by taking. A battlefish. I found that once you reel it in, the shark itself will be stunned for a little bit and you can fish it again for that same shark. It wasn't until the 3rd reel in that I saw something sparkling in the water, and with excitement I finally saw what I'd wished I'd seen for so many hours before in my last video attempts. The battlefish. This fish put me through a battle. The other thing I noticed were sharks that had been caught had become docile and are easily able to be finished off to catch yourself some flake, which ironically can be used with fish and chips for the dish that gives you a fishing buff. The circle of life. And here's the kicker. Each time you catch the shark, according to James, it gives you a 1 in 75 chance to get the battle fish, which is a lot more feasible than I originally thought. Let me know if you're keen to get yourself a battlefish, or come back to tell me when you do. Would love to know. Are you like a fish out of water for the Dinkum 1.0 features? Don't worry, jump into this Dinkum 1.0 playlist and hooroo to my channel members, AG Nation.